You know guys, my stash was looking a little low on some of those legendary items, so today we're going to be going on into the Dark Aether, and what a perfect time to bring in a certain weapon that's been mentioned in my comment section quite a few times over the last few days. This one I was actually kind of surprised to see. So we're going to be looking at the M16 today from Modern Warfare 2, and like I said, I was pretty surprised to see this weapon because when I tried it before, I didn't really like it very much. Let's just say after this run, I've definitely changed my mind a little bit. So with that, I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, consider rocking the hell out of that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. So we're going to be getting into everything about this M16, but really quick, I need to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor. If you guys are looking to unlock the new MW3 camos such as Interstellar or Borealis, or possibly even play in some bot lobbies or get all the best schematics in Modern Warfare Zombies, then be sure to check out Midge Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable sellers with heaps of brand new offerings for MW3 with completely safe and legitimate services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. With thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG at checkout for 5% off your entire order for a limited time only. Now, as you guys can see, we did come in here with a legendary Aether tool plus a flawless crystal and that MAGA holding. I wanted to get this M16 as absolutely as powerful as I could get it, so I could see what everybody's been talking about, and oh man, I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried it out on a couple HVTs inside of the second tier zone, I wasn't completely impressed, but when I finally decided to take it inside of the red tier zone, yeah, that's when I could finally see where this thing is shining. You guys can see right here, we just absolutely tore through that mega abomination. I think it only took us probably about roughly 15 seconds. It just handles all of these red tier zone zombies really nicely. With that mega holding, you're gonna be looking at 660 rounds, which isn't really the greatest, but it's not that bad either. I would definitely imagine if you guys had an epic Aether tool on here, it'd be doing really good as well. Next up, we ended up getting an HVT on a Mangler here inside of the red tier zone, and it handled this guy pretty damn well. Probably not the fastest that I've seen, but definitely way faster than a lot of the guns in the game right now. This guy also dropped me 2 refined crystals, so I definitely can't complain about that. Next, we ended up getting an HVT on a Disciple, and this guy was a little bit of a pain in the ass, but not really just because of him, just because of the overall amount of zombies that I had to deal with. This guy went down in just about the same amount of time as that Mangler did, maybe just a little bit more. After we were finally able to get this HVT done with, I decided it was finally time to go inside of the Dark Aether. Not only do I need to put some things back in the stash, but we can also test this thing out just against the Dark Aether zombies, and then also against that HVT in there. Usually those HVTs that we get in there, you have a little bit more health than the ones that we see out here. Yeah, that M16 actually looks really nice. I'm glad that this thing's finally getting a little bit of love, especially since it was just so bad in MW2. I don't know why they seem to like doing that to like our iconic weapons. They seem to like taking our most iconic weapons and just making them complete trash. I'm looking at you, Raygun. We grabbed our first contract here, and surprisingly we ended up getting something else that wasn't a damn mega abomination. I always get those things. We ended up getting a Mangler. This guy actually went down surprisingly fast, and he gave us some really damn good loot. We ended up getting a legendary Aether tool. We got that Bloodburner key. We ended up getting an Elder Sigil. Not too bad for our first pull out of the contracts in here. I'm definitely happy with that. Now it's off over to our second contract, and yeah, I definitely stopped at the top of the slider to take a bite of my pizza. You can't just be sitting there and I'm smelling it and gaming, man. I'm just gonna eat it. Now we're over here in our Outlast contract, and I was definitely sure to bring a sentry gun in here. Ever since they buffed up this Dark Aether, it is a little bit more of a pain in the ass to get this one done. You're just way more overrun with a lot more zombies in here, so bringing in a sentry gun will definitely help you out just a little bit. From everything that I can tell so far, this gun has not struggled doing anything that I've put it up to the test to. We were able to farm a bunch of contracts out in the red tier zone for a long time. We did a bunch of HVTs out there, plus I ended up doing some weapon raid stash contracts and everything else. It handled the red tier zone zombies really well, and now it's handling these Dark Aether zombies no problem. I might have been overrun just a little bit from time to time, but hey, we actually unlocked the Spinal Husk camo too, so we're just a little bit closer to that bioluminescent. Also going to be putting together another top best weapons to use after the Reloaded update, and this one just might make that list. I'll be keeping an eye on this weapon for sure. The only real 2 downsides that I see to this M16 in total is going to be that it does have a little bit slower movement. You can build out it to have a little bit more of like a faster movement build. Overall, it is just going to slow down your movement a little bit. I did pair it with the VR11, so I did have a little bit of that extra speed boost wherever I went. The second downside that I could see to this M16 is that even with the MAGA holding, we're only holding 660 rounds. Like I said earlier, that's not terrible, but it's also not the greatest. If you are constantly picking up ammo from the zombies that you kill, or if you know exactly where all of the ammo crates are, then it's really not that bad, and you can get by that. We finally got this one done, and after struggling for a little bit to get inside this reward rift, we got a MAGA holding, and we got another another Elder Sigil, so I'm definitely going to be taking those. Now it's time to go get our last contract done so we can get the hell out of this Dark Aether. And if you guys still don't know where anything is inside this Dark Aether, I'm going to throw up a map up on the screen right here. Shout out to MWZHUB.gg, they do amazing work. I know that the majority of Modern Warfare Zombie players already do know exactly where everything is and all that, but there is quite a few people that don't, and I still see comments all the time of everybody saying, you know, either they haven't been in here yet or they're still struggling to find things. That's honestly why we put together all of these videos. Not only do we just love zombies and we love playing the game and making informative content for you guys, but it is also just really cool to see like all those comments that are just like, hey, your guys' videos really helped me out, or you know, I was finally able to do the Red Worm solo, or I did the Dark Aether solo, or all that stuff because of you guys helping me out. Like that is such an awesome feeling and a really cool thing to see. Now don't get me wrong, I do like a lot of these larger YouTubers and stuff, but it is kind of cool when a game like Modern Warfare Zombies still has like a large enough community. There's still a bunch of people that are really interested in the content, but yet a lot of the like extremely bigger YouTubers all like really don't make content on the game because they don't really like it very much. Just whatever the case may be. Like you guys may notice like with Modern Warfare Zombies, a lot of the larger YouTubers will make like 1 or 2 videos whenever there's like serious content, but that's really about it. That's kind of when they walk away from it. A lot of the smaller YouTubers are just consistently putting out like daily videos or every other day videos, which kind of gives them an opportunity to shine and kind of come up doing this YouTube thing. You'll notice most of the zombie creators, when we get the Season 3 Reloaded update, they'll all drop videos, but then they'll all walk away from it, where you're gonna have creators like Spazos and Donuts and myself will be completely pumping out videos almost every single day. I think that there's a big reason for that. I think that there's because there is still a demand for these types of videos. The larger zombie content creators, they're really, I kind of feel like the majority of them are only putting out videos because they feel they have to, where we feel like we're actually enjoying the content that we create and we're also enjoying the game that we're playing, and it's also being really beneficial for all of our channels. I'm not saying that none of them don't enjoy it at all, that's just kind of what it looks like from the outside looking in. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is definitely still popular enough that there is still a high demand for the content. We had games like Vanguard where the popularity for that game was completely just in the toilet and there was zero demand for that content. Modern Warfare Zombies is honestly still striving a bit, and there is still a huge community that does love the game and that is still like actively waiting for new stuff and constantly looking for new content and stuff to watch. Me personally, I kind of do like the fact that it wasn't so popular that all of the really big zombie YouTubers just want to completely farm the content every single day. I think that really does kind of drown it out a little bit for the little guys, and it makes it a little bit harder for us to be seen. Especially during this year, I've been seeing so many YouTubers that are coming up, especially just on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, that it's just awesome to see. We are finally over here at our extraction, and the loot off of this run was pretty damn good if I do say so myself. We ended up getting a Bloodburner key, we got that legendary Aether tool, we got 2 refined crystals, we got 2 Maga holdings, plus a regular raw crystal. Like I said earlier in the video, this M16 definitely held its own with no matter what I put it to. Right now, I can definitely recommend that you guys come in here and try it out. I was actually really surprised about this one. Used it back in Season 1, and this thing was complete doo-doo, but now it's actually shredding. But it's gonna be up on the screen right here if anybody wants to check out what I was rocking. I greatly do appreciate everybody that took the time out to watch the video. It really does mean the world to me. Drop it a like if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.